cashew nut cheese that can be used pretty much any place that you would have cheese. You can make a spread, a dip. It can be a pate, it can be a filling, and that's how we're going to use it, as a filling. So we're starting out with raw cashews that have been soaked overnight in water. And I'm just going to get my quantities going. Now in this case, I'm going to make it a cashew nut cheese that's flavored with mushroom, because we've been soaking mushrooms for another dish, and there's a lot of soaking water that's highly flavored. And I'm estimating my quantities just based on being used to it, but this is 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast powder, which gives everything a particularly cheesy flavor. This is the mushroom soaking liquid. Teaspoon of good quality, in this case, Celtic sea salt. And then we still need to add a few other things in. Which in this case include a couple of cloves of garlic. And a fun way to get your aggressions out is on garlic. Wail on it, and the little papery bits come off. You don't get all the garlic in under your nails, so that then you smell of garlic forever. So that gives you a nice clove of crushed garlic. And I trim off the little hard woody ends. And ready to go. So we also need a little vinegar and some citrus juice. So just as an aside, anytime that I use citrus, I also zest it, because there's some great flavor on the outside of your lemon or orange or grapefruit or lime, and that often gets thrown away and forgotten. So first of all, you should know that everything's been washed, everything, just look at everything today is organic completely, including gleaned from farms, including picked from farms, and bought from farmers. So the difference is that the bright yellow is the outside, that's the outside of the lemon zest, and the part that's coming off is, you see the white still stays on the lemon, that's the bitter part, that's called the pith. But this is where all the flavors, this is where your lemon oils are made. So all that great flavor just adds to the layers of flavoring your food. And it's, it's free, you're otherwise throwing it out, so why throw out some of the best parts? And you get a nice amount, and you can also see that the brighter outside part really does show a different color. It's darker in yellow, and then once I start getting close to the white, it gets a little lighter. So we'll set that aside. And that's going to give everything a really nice, bright lemon flavor. And then anytime you're going to cut or juice a citrus, you roll it around a little, because that breaks down the cells inside, and it makes for a much juicier lemon. One of these machines that I think, God forbid there was ever a fire, but what would you take when you leave? It would be the zester and my juicer. This is my juicer. drips for 2 minutes while I turn around. So this calls for 2 teaspoons of citrus. Goes right in here. That's about right. Now, no recipe ever really calls for zest, but I always add it in just to build layers of flavor, so we'll put a little bit of that in there to go with it. And I typically compost, but things like lemon peels don't compost well. Okay, a little vinegar just behind me, excuse me. We'll hopefully edit that out.
Yeah.
Because I should have cut it out. Okay, we're adding 1 teaspoon of a neutral vinegar.